Ever wondered if baby talk really helps your child's development or if it's just a cute habit we've all adopted? It's a common assumption, right? That simplifying our language, replacing words with sounds, and adopting a higher pitch is the magic key to fostering our little ones' language skills. But what if we're wrong? What if we've been bamboozled by generations of goo-goo gaga enthusiasts? Consider this. Maybe using rich, correct, grown-up language might be more beneficial. Imagine the scene: instead of choo-choo, it's locomotive. Instead of woof-woof, it's canine. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? And yet, there's a growing school of thought suggesting that our well-intentioned baby talk might not be the best approach. So here we are at the crossroads of parenting, pondering over the question, is it goo-goo gaga or how do you do? Let's dive in. Turns out, our little ones are not just cute, they're also incredibly smart, and they might benefit more from grown-up language than we think. Now before we dive into the science of it, let's clear something up. We're not saying that you should start discussing quantum physics with your toddler, although who knows? They might be the next Einstein. What we're talking about here is enriching the language we use with our children. We often underestimate their ability to understand and learn from us. As the renowned child psychologist Lev Vygotsky once said, children are not merely passive recipients of knowledge but active constructors of their own learning. So let's not shortchange them, shall we? Research has shown that children who are exposed to a rich vocabulary at a young age perform better in school later on. They have a better understanding of language nuances, which helps them express themselves more effectively. Now you might be thinking, great, but how do I incorporate this into my everyday interactions with my little one? Well, it's simpler than you'd think. Let's say you're reading a book together. Instead of just pointing at a picture and saying dog, you could say, look at that brown dog, it's running fast. You've just introduced 3 new words: brown, running, and fast. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not throw in some adverbs? The brown dog is running very fast. Now that's language enrichment. But remember, it's not about bombarding your child with complex words. It's about gradually introducing new words and concepts in a fun and engaging way. And remember, sarcasm is not just for adults. Children can understand it too, in moderation of course. Imagine the fun you'll have when your 3-year-old starts using sarcasm. So next time you're tempted to say choo-choo, maybe try train instead. Your child might surprise you. So what's the big deal if we use baby talk or grown-up language? Well, it might have more impact than you think. Let's begin with the short-term effects. Picture this. You're trying to teach your toddler the word elephant. If we keep referring to it as Ellie Ellie or big gray thingy, it's going to be a circus and not in a fun way. When we use rich, correct language, we're setting the stage for a robust vocabulary. Now let's venture into the long term. A study by Stanford University found that by age 2, kids who were exposed to rich language knew 300 more words than their peers who were not. That's like the difference between a kiddie pool and an Olympic-sized one. But hey, no one's pointing fingers here. We've all let a choo-choo or woof-woof slip. It's about being aware and making conscious choices. Think about it like this. If our kids are going to climb the language mountain, wouldn't we want them to have the best gear possible? And in this case, that gear is rich, correct language. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you have to start discussing the theory of relativity at bedtime. It's about being mindful of the words we use and understanding the impact they have on our little ones. Remember, it's not about right or wrong. It's about giving our kids the best start in life. And that might mean saying goodbye to baby talk. So what do you think? Are you a baby talk aficionado or a grown-up language guru? We'd love to know your thoughts and practices. Don't hold back, leave us a comment. And if you found this video interesting, why not give it a like? Share it with your friends, or even better, subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. And don't forget, our mailing list is just a click away in the description. Join the conversation and let's learn from each other. After all, we're all in this parenting gig together.